Go monster got my toys. What are my toys? My toys.
What is going on, my She-Hulks, my Gremlins? It's another awesome edition of My Toys. And what do we have here today, man? We got another NECA Ninja Turtle from the Mirage Comics inspired series line, man. I always get that mixed somehow, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's from Eastman and Laird, the Mirage Comics, man. And this looks like another badass NECA turtle, man. You know, just looking at him, dude, look, he looks so grimy. Like this line, I'm telling you, man, when it comes to like being like aggressive, grimy, this is the one. These are the turtles that are like, all right, man, I could get down with the woo. I could get down with the X-Men. You know, I'll put them down. And you especially got this grumpy old man, Raph. It's pretty cool. I didn't get this far in the comic book, man. I think I stopped after the Battle of New York. Yeah, I gotta go back to it. Right now, I am reading Nightfall Batman. So it's the one where Bane, you know, cracks the man's back and whatnot. Yeah, man. So the packaging is your regular NECA Mirage Comics packaging. As you can see, Eastman and Laird. We got old man Raphael, a comic book picture of him. And then we have another picture of him from the comic books, looking dope. And then we got some product shots of him in the back, man. Look, right here. I'm really interested on how this cape looks, you know. The accessories are always dope. They got some nice little handles right here for his size, which, you know, the regular NECA turtles didn't have. You just slid them in between, you know. So yeah, I wonder if they were supposed to look like this now. But yeah, you know, here's another picture of him throwing up the middle finger with a sigh. Telling you, man, or the west side, however you want to think about it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's get him out the box. You got your NECA stuff here. I'm excited. He looks really, really grimy, man. Can't wait to pull him out. See you guys on the other side. Peace.
Yo, what is going on? I am the Ugo Monster. I am an independent hip-hop artist from the San Francisco Bay Area, Richmond to be exact, and a lifelong action figure collector. As an independent artist, I create my own music, shoot my own videos, build and manage my website, and I make action figure reviews. You can find my music on all streaming platforms. If you like to purchase my music, which that'd be dope, you can do so at ugomonster.com. Thank you for your time, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Back to the show. Peace.
And here he is, old man Raphael from NECA, man. Look at it, dude. It looks dope. I mean, it looks really fresh, man. This turtle right here, I don't know if you can catch the tone, but the green skin, we'll compare it with the other Ninja Turtles, but it's very like it's been worn out. You know what I'm saying? It's not as that bright green on that original NECA Mirage Comics turtle. It's kind of more faded. But yeah, but when you look at it on the camera, you don't see that fadeness. I don't know why it would do that. But yeah, man, he's looking pretty dope, dude. The cape is cool. You know, the cape, it feels like that cloth that comes with a new pair of glasses where you use it to clean the lenses, you know. It's hella cheap, dude. And it's held by that little button. But, you know, you can get a custom cape for it somewhere, you know, to make it look even fresher. But, you know, it's still not bad because you could just drape it over. And that's one thing I do like, you know. It's more like a poncho, right? It's not really like a cape. So, it comes with the little... it comes with the little hat for the sun, you know, to keep him cool. And yeah, man, this turtle is pretty fresh, man. Like I said, all the NECA turtles are sick, man. Like you got the bandages right here. You know, you feel like the texture of it is just, it pops out. You know, it's not the same right here as it is on the skin. There's a difference. You know, like NECA turtles, like I've said it a million times, they feel like they pop out the comic all the time, you know. And this Raphael is pretty dope. Battle damage, you know, I guess it's been years. I don't know how old a turtle can get or how old Raphael is, you know. But I think he's still that grumpy old turtle, you know, trying to figure it out. So, but isn't that all of us in life, you know, as we get older, we're still trying to figure things out. We're still trying to figure out if we're okay with our age. You know what I'm saying? We go through midlife crisis. Maybe I'm going through one. I don't know, man. But, yeah, the turtle shell, I'm going to take this cape off in just a second. The turtle shell looks pretty tight. It looks faded. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the other NECA turtle, which we'll do a comparison. Yeah. Yeah, man. While we're here, let's go ahead and just talk about the accessories before I start taking everything off, okay? Of course, it comes with this, the poncho, the cape. I already described how it feels to me. It's like what I would use to clean my glasses with, you know. Crap. And then we got the size. This right here, like I said, on the regular NECA Ninja Turtle Raphael, it didn't come with these things here to slide in the sides. So you would just put it right here, you know, but these are pretty cool. This one right here is a little loose, look, see? You know, it's not that stable, but yeah, comes with that. So the cape or the poncho, the size, the nice little hat. It comes with this little fish. Nah, not fish, excuse me, stingray. It's pretty dope. He comes with 3 pairs of hands. The ones that he has is kind of like a fist, you know. It's the most closed ones. A pair of open hands. You know, so he can grip things, put things in his hand, hold the side. And then he has these open hands. And then he comes with these, like, I guess homemade ninja stars. I'm not sure. These are, you know, all the other ones are silver. You know what I'm saying? And then he has these little knife blades, I like to think they are. They come with 3 of them. And those are all the accessories. All right, let's pull the cape off. So with the cape, it's like a little button, you know. And then you just take it off like that. Bam. Do the reveal. Like I'm ready to fight. Do the M. Bison thing, you know. And then it comes with the hat, you know. And he's got an eye patch, dude. Look at that. Yeah, dude. When you touch his face, you feel the texture. You feel like his skin has been worn out. I love it, man. And the eye patch, the Nick Fury eye patch, isn't, you know, just painted on there. It's sculpted on there. You know, there's a little. You can feel the ridge here. You know, from the eye, and then you feel it on your finger right here, and like, yeah, it's super dope. I wonder if my man got stabbed in the eye. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, get him into some walking poses. And then this thing you just take off, you know. You pull it off. Bam. Look at this. This is beautiful, dude. Look at all the detail in this. Like you catch one of these in Mexico, you know. Nice little samurai hat thing. And look at the difference, the detail in the inside. Look, the difference. Boom. Like, they care about things like this. NECA does a really good job of putting a lot of attention on their accessories. You know, and we got the nice, cool shell, worn out shell. You know, pull out the sides. Slide these in. So far, the NECA sides are my favorite. They, you know, it feels like really hard plastic. Like they won't warp as easily as, you know, like a Playmates side would. You know what? What I always want to do is do that thing where he's, you know, where he's throwing up the west side with the side between his fingers. Maybe it's better with another hand, but something like this, right? All right. Let's pull this out. Stick this in. Oh, there we go. Like Raphael, like if you ever get a chance to play with him in a video game, he isn't like the best turtle to pick, you know, because the weapons he's using are like, it's easy to die with him when you always pick him. But as a character in the cartoon or in the comic book, or in the movies, he's always been the most grimy turtle. You know, let's get him into a nice little running pose. Like, I think he'd have a nice little fight with Wolverine before Wolverine, you know, stops giving him a chance and just tears him up. But yeah, so Articulation, you know, it's like any other NECA turtle, the same. It's a big turtle, so it doesn't do a lot of articulation. Like, we don't get a lot of, we don't have a butterfly joint or a diaphragm cut here. But it's a badass looking turtle. I don't think you needed that for all that. Like, I wonder how another toy maker would make a NECA turtle. Like if Mayfix did one, or if Mesco. Well, yeah, Mesco did the. I still got those in the box. I didn't take those out. I keep forgetting. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Splinter. You know. But yeah, basic. We got so right here at the shoulder, and on the head, it's on one ball joint. So there's like no articulation in the neck, just in the head. So he's not gonna be able to look up that high. But like you can still make him a little bit look like he's diving at you. We got swivel at the thigh right here. Double jointed elbows and knees. And a pivot on the feet. And can we make it go? And then we got a little bit of, there you go. It's rocking ankles. I think you can make it go all the way. But I'm not going to try. But look, bam. Like we was playing soccer or something. Messy turtle. But yeah, let's do some comparisons. So here he is against the original NECA Raphael. And it looks like over time, a Ninja Turtle skin just turns a little bit more bland. You know what I'm saying? It's less green. Look at that. Look how bright the one on the right looks. If you were to interchange heads, the colors would be really off. Would you like to see how that looks like? Hell yeah, you would. Let's look. Let's do it. As you can see, the heads are a different color skin tone from the bodies, man. But at least you can swap the heads, Pretty dope. Here's Old Man Raph on the left, and we have Leo the Hunter on the right. Look at that. Bright ass green on the right? Very, and then it's all toned down on the Old Man Raph. And here he is right next to Mikey the Wanderer, which I got to say is my favorite NECA turtle, too. It's just, it got hella accessories. The skin tone on it is super, super dope. And look at the bandages, man. Like, it's different for each turtle. I mean, overall, it's the same, but like, the markings, like you see the blackness right here on his bandages, but you don't see it on here. There's difference, and it goes a little bit more higher. Like these ones like stop just right before the kneecap, and these ones just go a little bit more around there, a little bit more higher. But yeah, here he is against Mikey the Wanderer, and here we have him against Super 7 Undercover Raphael. As you can see, it's just one color green on Undercover Raphael. There's a big difference. Like it's just all the way green on the NECA turtle. There's a slight variation of shaded green on some parts of the body. At the end of the day, what are your final thoughts of this action figure? This Old Man Raphael, I like it. I really like how it looks. I like the feel. The aesthetics are nice. He's very grimy looking. But what I don't like is the cape. Some of the accessories, like, for example, like that hat that I have to put on him, I feel like I only get like 20 tries before that rubber band just like slips off and it breaks. And it's going to make me really, really upset when that happens, because that's a big reason. I mean, a big part of his look, and the cape, it's okay, man. This poncho thing, like I said, it's what I would use to clean my glasses with, man. And it doesn't really sit well with me. But I do like how nice, I'll just go like this and it covers them up pretty nice, But I wish that it had a little bit more of you can move it around a little easier. I feel like this button thing that holds it all together is going to fall off if you keep removing it, on and off. So this figure looks like it's going to just be on the shelf for a very long time, and I'm not going to be moving it much. I don't move my figures a lot anyway, but like I'm just going to be scared to move this figure because I'm afraid that hat is going to come off, if I take it on and off regularly. The cape is, like I said, the same thing. I just personally had a hard time putting it on, and that's pretty much it. And the other gripe right here is that this side holder right here is just a little bit bigger, because when you put a side in there, it just wobbles. But that's not really a big deal. I'm more concerned about breaking the main accessory, which is the hat and the cape, that make this figure what it is, But overall, it looks dope, Articulation on it is very basic, but it's enough for this kind of action figure, for this kind of character. If there was a company that made a NECA turtle like this, like puffy and grimy and thick like that, and make it more articulated, that'd be a surprise, because I'm already thinking like, what would they do? Like, would they add a nice diaphragm cut here? But how would it, make the shell look, like, or the chest plates here, So it'd be very interesting to see something like that happen. But anyway, right now it's pretty cool to have some nice variation of the NECA turtles, in some kind of gear. Like we got Leo the Hunter, we got Mikey the Wanderer, we got this guy, old man Raphael. I think we got a Donatello on the way. I think he's just like building things, and he's really just, the only difference is that he has an unmasked head, I think, and he comes with a bunch of tools. But it'd be cool just to have it, and then we have a super Mikey coming. I think I'm gonna cop that one. So yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think, what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
I got hella action figures. Damn right. The collection keeps getting bigger. Hell yeah. Man, will it ever stop? Hell no. I don't know, look what I bought. New stuff. Brand new exclusives. Comic-Con, watch it do it. I buy them when they're on sale. Oh hell, that's the lie I tell. Gotta have all the Marvel Legends. Why is Deadpool so expensive? Got a 0 interest credit card. My family should be alarmed. Oh yes, CFA at its gots. Mon toys, collectors hating gots. Mon toys, Quest Comics gots. Mon toys, what are Mon toys? My toys.